Hey everyone, Isaac and Angie Tolpin here. Over 19 years ago, I married a determined missionary girl. She was 20 and finishing college, and I was a 23-year-old young entrepreneur. Little did we know, we were on a journey to raise 8 kids.
I didn't know the first thing about being a wife or a homemaker, and just a few months after getting married, we got pregnant with our first baby. I felt so unprepared for motherhood, so I sought out mentors and began reading every book I could find on the topic.
I had never really been around kids. My vision for family stopped at having 2, and I wasn't raised in a Christian home. Fatherless much of my childhood, and I was a new believer just a year before getting married, so I wasn't prepared for parenting either. But something happened in our first few years of marriage that changed our view towards parenting. We had to remove the cultural lies about kids and replace them with a biblical view. There was a shift in understanding that children are a gift and blessing from God.
Psalm 127:3 says, "Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord, the fruit of the womb, a reward."
However, we had witnessed many Christian families struggle. Despite being blessings, the children became challenges to their parents, and some even denounced their faith in God. But the scripture says in Proverbs 22:6, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and even when he is old, he will not depart from it." The problem is that many parents don't know what to train up a child actually looks like today.
We've been on an intentional parenting journey for the last 18 years and have discovered not only the biblical truth, but have learned from the experience of implementing it with success in an increasingly fallen world. Today, we are experiencing God's plan for parenting and the fruit of that obedience. And we want the same for you guys. We want you to experience obedient, joyful, confident, socially strong, godly children. We want to see other families thrive too. And we want couples to have the family God intended for them.
So Angie and I sat down and designed a parenting mentor program for busy parents of toddlers to preteens that is around a 6-week framework. We are teaching biblical truths relevant to today that will enable you to raise confident Christian kids in an uncertain world.
So let me tell you how it works. This is a self-paced program that's mobile friendly, and you'll always have access to your private dashboard with your resources. Each week, you're going to get a 30 to 45 minute recorded session from a biblical perspective on practical topics like obedience, character, purity, discipleship. You'll also get a parenting skills packet for that week that you can download from your dashboard that will grow and strengthen your parenting.
There will be 3 live 90-minute webcasts over the 6 weeks. Each webcast will teach more around relevant topics to equip you in creating a godly legacy. We'll also dedicate the last 30 minutes for Q&A. You can watch live or watch the recording of it later in your dashboard.
You'll also be invited to our private Facebook group that has other couples going through the program together. We'll post tips and tricks and share more ideas of how biblical parenting can look on a day-to-day basis. As a bonus, you'll be able to engage with us through texting, as we'll be sending out special prayers, challenges, and encouragements throughout the program.
So Angie and I see it all the time. Despite the investments parents make in their kids, the culture is winning them over. And it doesn't have to be this way.
The most critical time in a child's life is newborn to age 12. You must win their hearts in this season, or you likely won't in the next. If you've got toddlers and young children, we'll talk about everything from discipline and obedience, leading your little ones to the Lord, and practical topics like expectations, boundaries, and family dynamics. If you've got preteens and middle schoolers, we'll talk about discipleship and development of godly character, purity, and technology. All of these topics are relevant to all ages.
And everything we will teach about is motivated by 2 goals. First, that the children would know God and be transformed by His Spirit from a young age. Secondly, that parents' hearts would be turned towards their children, and children would love, honor, and respect their parents. Imagine being excited for the teenage years. You can be, and you should be. And we want to help you cultivate the relationship with your child that is needed in order for you to truly experience that children are a blessing. So, if you're ready to love being around your kids and know you're doing everything you can to raise them to be a positive Christian influence in the world.
And if you're ready to grow and understand the biblical truths that help you overcome the culture's influences in your parenting.
If you're ready to create God-honoring atmosphere in your home and a new legacy towards raising obedient, godly children, then come on the journey with us.
Secure your spot, as registration is now open for the next mentorship program. We'd love to have you guys.